Good day though, Knights. My name is Roughcut, and welcome to the Silt video. A game about the deep, dark depths of the ocean once again, and a video that I've been trying to put together for a very long time now. So I hope you enjoy this story, and let us begin. An abomination of gears and the harsh edges of steel cut through the somber gray ocean. The echoing and clicking of the empty water surrounding it carries this machine's lively whir. Where we are, it does not matter. What is to be done is the only thing that does. In endless depths, Goliaths roam, beneath the waves and crashing foam. Hunt them down, remove their eyes, for this is where their power lies. A great machine lies deep in wait. Awaken it to seal your fate. Now, this gameplay footage, I think, is going on 2 years old, and it was during a time where I was not playing video games very often, so please be aware, I'm going to not function sometimes, or wander in a direction I should not. And there he is, the chained diver. Oh look, there's a fish over there. Awakening from our long rest, we notice a particularly sharp-toothed friend that can assist us. We can possess it, alright? Dismissing our newfound control of fish, my rustiness now persists as I take a big chomp out of my own ankle rather than the literal dangling chain. Well, at least it's an achievement. Freedom that immediately puts us at odds with the geometry of my environment. The reef just threw this passage, not letting up the reminder that Goliaths exist here, and no one said the sea floor itself couldn't be one. Passing by the unsettling organic walls, we meet our next aquatic pal, small fish, who then almost immediately gets chomped, showing us that the food chain is another option for transferring over our soul. Solving this puzzle, we continue our dive. Something about these areas seem off. The walls too tubular and fleshy. We meet our next creature here, who has the appearance of a hammerhead. Taking hammer literally, we smashed the wall made of glass? Anyways, these guys are called blockheads, and they smash stuff. They can also eat the toothy fish, which we need to grab to move on. Going under. Oh, they're a bit heavier than I thought. This next area was a lot more vast than the last few, with a weird rib-like structure in the center with what looks like to be a heart. It's not moving or anything, so it should be fine. Little did we know that exiting here would confirm the worst for us. Oh, wow! Yikes. That's right. That's why the walls look so organic. I'm just glad this one's dead. But wait, what's that? Pretty light. I must follow the pretty light. There's no way this goes good for me. It is now that we are prompted to use our soul to light the way. Looks like things are going dark. There is no universe where I would like to be following this light. This just feels wrong. Like, you saw what can be down here, and great. Striped worm creature reveals itself from the suffocating rocky hallway. First there's 1, 2, then 3. When will this let up? The bright light we were so fearful of before now is our only hope of escape, guiding us through the strangling corners, sometimes feeling like it's only a reach away, and then a reminder. I don't know, man. I don't like where this is heading. Are we taking the bait? Is this light really just salvation in disguise from these oppressing waters? We hesitate. The trap becomes too obvious. But what can be done? There's no path forward. Just as we thought. Oh, he's big. That's big. Oh, man. We swim away in desperate cowardice, very quick to learn that this massive eel cannot be possessed. In my own words, we flew way too close to the sun, man. And boy, will that statement be true for these next few events. Knowing the eel charges us, we position the diver next to this rock face. Too obvious. Here, our toothy friends help us cut free this rope, along with another to free our next target. Only to promptly get chomped by the eel with little effort. Down here, we find our first of the chained divers. They're bonus collectibles if you really want me to break your immersion. But with a reach of our soul, we attempt to liberate this diver from the gloomy depths. And you have to remember the Roughcut channel rule. If I play a video game, I will break it. And no matter what I did for some reason, I could not collect this diver. And I'm 100% sure I'm doing nothing wrong here, so I gave up and reset the game, loading it from my save file. Did all the stuff I dramatically narrated before, except no I didn't, and the boulder that the eel is supposed to target clips through the ground like it isn't even there. And that's glitch number 2 for our second reset, because the eel has no way of breaking this wall. Cool. I then do everything all over again one last time, except making sure to bump the boulder with the eel right as it lands so it doesn't do any funny business. Rock wall smash. Now going to collect this diver. Nice. I don't know what I did. I know it didn't work the first time. Let's just deal with the eel now. With our little diver distraction out of the way, we take this blockhead over to some cracked stone and release another pointy rock for the big eel to nibble on. Which, in classic platformer boss fashion, was too much for it. We steal the 괱ᴏᴘ괄's eyes. Where we are now, it's not known. Large aquatic mechanical structures float past, some in the distance, others closer. Their silhouettes drift, surrounded by a gray beehive of autonomy. A thought lingers. The machine awaits us. Inside, a cultish library lay in aquatic slumber. Totems and decor of various mammals, rabbits, foxes, elk, stare us down with their lifeless, empty eye sockets. Most notable, a statue with 4 arms displaying 4 diving helmets, same as our own. We move on. We enter a large hall. 2 massive statues of primarily diver bodies carry amulets and headdresses shaped like the Great Machine. There's a spot just for us here, surrounded by a mural of the 괱ᴏᴘ괄, symbolizing an Ouroboros. We know what we must do. We give the machine what it wants. Oh, I have to hold the key. My bad. We hear the great machine spring to life with the light of the diver and the eyes of the 괱ᴏᴘ괄. Our work is not finished. We awaken in a thick forest of sea plants. Static and dead. Nothing new. Moving on, we find our first signs of life in this zone. A small school of fish, and a plant gushing a threatening dark gas. Continuing upwards, we meet our antagonist for this zone, a piranha plant. Instantly we connect the dots, poisoning the small fish with the gas and feeding the plant in order to clear a path. It's easy enough. We then come across what I first describe as a barracuda. Oh, it's a barracuda! These are arrowfish, and they are like Keemstar.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Having gone past the rows and rows of plant teeth, we now finish the job with gas. Perish, yes, die! With the plants slaughtered en masse, we make our way past. How strange. A lone tree underwater. Seeing a new creature, we swim up to it and attempt to possess it, but this glowing worm attaches itself to us like a head crab. Without hesitation, I head to the bird-looking thing in the tree. Can you get this off me, please? Deceived, we realize this bird has a mostly human body. That's strange. I don't know if I like that. With no other face-hugging worms to feed the birds, we reach a split path, taking the bottom route. It's dark again. The shadows of vines and thick aquatic fog become suffocating once more. Attempting to possess something, the truth of those shadows reveal itself. Leeches, a whole swarm of them, enough to suck the diver bone dry. Using one, we come across a glowfish. It appears the leeches don't enjoy their light so much. I use it to break a path forward. To the next glowworm. Swimming back, I can't help but notice the familiar nature of the glowworm's movement. He just like me, for real, for real. We feed the next bird. That's 100% gonna do something at some point. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, you're fighting the tree. I hope not. If only he knew. For now, there is another path to conquer. Here, I lie another statue. One of a fox-like humanoid, with what looks to me like a mitre. Continuing our search for glowworms, we find one caged by vines, and a maze of spikes as our obstacle to poison this pesky bunch of plants. It poses a non-threat to this goal, but did you see it? Right there, dead in the water. We spot another diver to liberate. Only problem is, we can't do it with small fish. We have to be there, in the flesh. We need to get the diver in there. Oh my god, this is going to suck. My game crashed. My game actually crashed. And so began another cycle of suffering. And I just jammed my face on a spike. Damn it. Closer. Too close. I don't get frustrated very often, but this sucks. Can I please just get him from here? Here we go again. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes. Oh my god, we made it. Get over here, please. Something I didn't realize, though, was that this was half the battle. So I have to go in and out, apparently. Oh, I've totally lost control. No. Ah. Damn it. We needed a new angle. So we tried from the bottom half again. So you mean to tell me that there is a larger path that appears to be intended for the diver? Oh, wow. Liberating this poor, lifeless corpse for the second time, we made our way out. Yeah, that was a lot shorter. I wasted so much time. Grabbed the school of fish, and did what we did about 15 minutes ago. We feed the next bird. Taking the final path upward now. We're greeted by another arrowfish. They kind of look like they're just a barracuda. Like, I don't think it's necessary for them to be renamed. We poison a plant at the bottom with an arrowfish. With our last worm tightly gripped around our dive helmet, we return for the final feeding. Alrighty, time for the boss fight. Are we fighting the tree? Yes, this kraken tree was our next target. He sucks, so naturally, I'm going to poison him with a couple schools of fish, without getting gobbled up by that maw. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. I'm dead. No! Thus, the beast falls to the toxins racing through its roots. I beat the boss, I guess. A thrilling fight. Let's get out of here. We reappear in a sea of shattered glass. Those same brutalist silhouettes. You already know the drill. Aligning ourselves, a second soul is added to the mechanical shell. Shining brighter with each new light that powers on. Natural world consumed by steel. To let the soul of this world live forever. Another place. This time, it's a factory. Smokestacks, pipes, and chains that stagnant in the still water. There seem to be stairs. Odd. Clearly this place wasn't intended to end up so deep underwater. Entering, we find ourselves in a similarly industrial interior. We then meet a light in the darkness. A blink ray. These bioluminescent rays have the ability to blink in and out of reality at a set distance. If they encounter a thin enough wall, they can simply slip past with little effort. Circling a large generator up ahead are an at least somewhat familiar face. The electric eel. Ring the bell. Ba-bong. And that's what you should do too. And that's what I'm saying. If you were subscribed, your support could last millions of years, just like these electric eels. And who knows? Maybe even through the Great Floods too. I guess you'll have to find out. Having powered up the generator, we shift focus again to moving our dagger forward. Grabbing a blink ray, we pass through this wall again to pull a now glowing lever. Why can I possess the lever? That doesn't make any sense. Peculiar question at first, but an important one. Perhaps this is where it all began. A great machine so vast as the one we've visited twice now had to be assembled somewhere. Smokestacks and symbols resembling that of the machine itself are prime candidates suggesting this. A factory with infrastructure for soul. We are learning what became of this world, and what the machine means to it now. The same symbol is even more prevalent now. Plastered on the bases of pillars. We once again use an eel to restore power to the path forward. And pull another lever. Seems like it'll be the main method for removing obstacles now. With another shock, we flash the ancient factory equipment back to life. Unfortunately, there appear to be threats to our general well-being this way. But it's not like we have much of a choice. Okay, let's not get squashed here. There's some crabs just past this first machine. Though they don't appear like any regular crab. They're coral crabs. With their dash ability, we can make our way onto this and... I couldn't tell if it was the machine dying or the crab. I'm just glad it was the machine. I thought it was going to turn him into crab. I guess the meat's still called the same thing, so I don't really know what you want me to say. More machines lie ahead. Luckily, we know we just need another coral crab. You're a crab? Come with me. Back on the line, it goes to clear a path. Nice! Nice screen shake! Let's go! I didn't add that one, by the way. That's just the game being silly. We reach an elevator, which isn't very clear on whether it needs to be up or down just yet, but we'll get around to it. Using the blink ray, we dodge even more crushing, slicing, and clanging machinery. It's a delicate process, but we eventually make our way to the next lever for this large door. Now, with a crab atop the elevator, we can take this newly created passage over to disable some more hazards. Holy, I can just spam dash? Look at him go! Nothing seems to stand a chance against the hard shell of these coral crabs. With a way forward, we swim on, passing through the stopped, presumably dented, blades of these fans. Dim lights illuminate this next room, and without immediately realizing, we nearly swim into a clod of leeches. Ducking beneath them, We managed to pull the lever on the other side of the room. Only to swim directly into the fan that just spun to life, ending ours instantly. Trying once more, we take the elevator on the right. Swimming over the fan at a greater distance, finding ourselves across the gap, only to greet another diver, 괱ᴏᴄɪᴜ. We notice a claw suspiciously above the crabs pacing below. Simple intuition tells us to drop the large one down the gap. We do. The fan blade immediately halts upon contact with the crab's hard shell. We follow. An expansive, sunken scrapyard greets us. After perusing the various hunks of metal, the yard's keeper, the spider crab, arose from the heaps of broken machines. While it only observed, we immediately sprung into action in an attempt to dismantle this beast. We snipped the ropes on each end of the room. Lit up one of the two generators. The mechanical creature descended. Extinguishing the power we just restored. Oh, so we need to turn two on at once so he shorts the circuit and dies. And so we did just that, with the assistance of a blink ray and electric eels. With the spider crab stunned, we shock it once more. Causing it to lose balance and Oh my god! That was brutal. Let's, go see what happened to him. The Goliath lay defeated, battered, and flickering in an attempt to stay alive. What time it may have lived, but we are here to claim its light. With our third beast conquered, we return to the expansive sea of grinding gears and abandoned brick. Though initially, we get the sense we are headed the wrong direction. We dare not test this feeling, as we've faced enough death in this life already. Swimming left instead, the machine awaits us. With a third soul added, taken from a machine to power another. There remain only one source of power left to collect. One last Goliath to bring down. Once and for all. We arrive at our final destination, a lively coral reef filled with bioluminescence. It is here we encounter another diver, who is particularly worse for wear than others. He cannot be saved. Nevertheless, we have a job to do. We must continue the search. In a mere flash, we are robbed of life, which is a particular theme of this final stage. This experience is most frustrating. In the meantime, we meet the amoebas, who explode upon their own will or contact with another creature. Utilizing their explosive nature, we feed each of these worm creatures an amoeba treat. Onto the next area, we snip the ropes to make our way forward. Not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about being instantly eaten now. We suddenly encounter one of those striped worms again. There's always a bigger fish. Understanding the concept, we release another worm. And another. Buying us time from the hungry bobbit mutants that could snatch us in an instant. Seeing some blink rays, the next step forward becomes clear. I would rather do exploring outside of my body, that way I don't get absolutely railed. Scouting ahead, we spot 3 more bobbit worms. And that our path was blocked. We quickly fix this obstruction. It was now time to take the plunge. Luckily, making it through, the next room awaits us. Using an explosive amoeba, we blast open a rock wall, the rubble of the explosion echoing through the massive chamber as we swim off. Well, how is that even my fault? Awaiting us on the other side, a supermassive worm stretches and reaches out to nab us. We're just out of its range. Just as we feel safe passing by, another rears its ugly head on the opposite wall. Out of desperation to pass, we blow away the large worm with another explosive amoeba. Doesn't count for much. Okay, full stop here. This is absolutely the hardest room in the game, and I eventually got through it, but it seriously has been part of why I didn't want to edit this video, and was not a fun experience the first time. So yeah, if the game does want a little feedback, trial and error, instant death, whether by explosion or worm, isn't fun. I'll leave it at that, and let's get back on track. Illuminated in a spotlight, tentacles in the shape of a flower bulb sit as the centerpiece of this deep ocean well. Their roots seem to run beneath the surface of the sediment, shining with dancing dots of light. We follow. Curving upwards, the roots form a tendril that obstructs the room nearly to its top. and it's fitted with an alien-like bulb at the tip, illuminated in a white light. The plants beneath this tendril react to the light in such a manner that allows the diver to slip past with minimal thought. A simple puzzle of process. Here, forgotten, float our final dead man to liberate. It is done swiftly. Now, trapped, we attempt to leave the clearest way we can think of. Okay, stop again. This is seriously a problem with these entities. I shouldn't have a new one respawn in front of me just to blow up in my face. It's just not fair and seriously kills the experience. Anyways. The large tendril recedes to the centerpiece as a layer is peeled away. Without hesitation, we move towards the next one. 2 sets of light-sensitive aquatic mushrooms seal the next rooted gate. It took some time to realize that the tendril was not the only source of light we're equipped with. A large worm rises from the opened root gateway and nips at the beast. It frantically scatters at the instant of what could be imagined as pain. We return to the centerpiece, only to witness it open wide. From it, a great 괍ᴜ괘 blooms. And the fight begins. The beast's claws unpredictably shoot explosive amoebas as we swim by, which we quickly figure out can be caught when fired out and used against the head of the flower. Now carrying the knowledge to take the 괍ᴜ괘 down, we may have gotten a bit cocky. But after a swift recovery and 3 hits from one of the most annoying creatures in this ocean, flower yields. And with the defeated foe laying in wait, I put it best in saying, finally it's over. We return to the great machine and fit ourselves in our rightful place alongside the others. More power than ever, the machine whines in its labor of new life. Awakened by the four Goliath souls now sealed within its steel shell. Safe from the chaos of this broken world. Turning the gears of life to bring back those lost in the currents and waves, in the maze of coral and sand, the ever-changing abyss of the sea. The doors creak open to share this light with the world. And in this final moment of clarity, we are left with a return of the divers. A return of the people. Return of life. Lighting the way to a surface unseen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was worth the wait for those of you that have been waiting for it. I took a bit of a different approach for this game this time, and I think this is similar to how I want to go about long videos going forward, minus the 3-year hold that this was on. And it's partly because this game needed to be presented in a different manner and more serious tone than my other work. I hope you like this retelling of my experience with this game. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, do seriously let me know by subscribing and liking and leaving a comment. And to be honest, it's a bit of a risk having sunk this much time into this project. That being said, I'm tired, and I'm gonna get off here for now. And thanks for 1,000 subscribers. Night night. Thanks for watching. See you next time.